How do I balance work and videos and family and climbing? Well, I'm not sure I always do. Let's talk about it. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jason. Nearly a decade ago now, I was standing in the kitchen after our still very new twin boys had just been put to bed. My wife, Christy, and I were talking about how the weekdays were filled with work, and between the weather and family commitments on weekends, I hadn't been climbing. It's been weeks since I've been at altitude, I said, or some such thing, with all the earnestness of a person who hadn't eaten for that same amount of time. I had lost perspective. My wife was gentle with me, but nudged me back to sanity. At the beginning of the year, I did a live stream in which someone asked me how I balance climbing and videos and family and work and being a cancer patient and friends and, well, all of it. And as you might know by now, May is Mental Health Awareness Month in the United States, and we take this month to talk about some of the mental aspects of climbing. There's a link to the series in the description. And in this case, frankly, it is impossible to dissect climbing away from the rest of our lives because it eats of the same precious resource as everything else we do: time. The answer I gave in the live stream was the truth. I try to line up as many of these things as possible so that I can say, climb and film and get quality time with the family.
Great job, Kate. I'm proud of you.
But there are some climbs that I don't want to film, and there are trips with the family that I don't want to watch through a camera. There are times I have to work the weekend. There are times with the family that are just a board game or cooking together. There are times I'm just helping my dad get to and from an eye appointment. So my longer answer to that question is that finding balance between all of these things is more of a practice, like yoga or playing a guitar, than it is a thing that I accomplish. I am forever trying to find that balance. It's never done. As I get older, I get better at just feeling intuitively that I've been letting a sphere of my life suffer at the expense of a different sphere of my life. But it helps that I have a really good spotter in my wife who will call me out when things go sideways like they did in that kitchen so many years ago. And the great thing is that she's not just there to tell me when climbing is taking up too much space in my life. She's also there telling me to go ahead and take that trip and go on that expedition when that is what I need to bring balance to my life. So it's not all on me. Because we both value balance, we can trust each other to help one another out with this stuff. I do the same for her when she, for example, spends a bit too many nights working late. Besides being asked the question in the live stream, why do I bring all this up? I think we as climbers need to find our own equilibrium between ambition and realism because lack of fulfillment lies at one extreme and injury or death can lie at the other. A decade ago now, when I went to climb Denali, I didn't want to do the standard route, and we didn't. I wanted to be on a team that was more alone and self-sufficient and therefore committed to the challenge of our route. We did the West Rib Cutoff because an extreme version of that experience, let's say the Cassine Ridge, felt beyond our abilities. And really, most climbing is like that. It's a set of arbitrary parameters we place on ourselves that make the climb the right level of challenging. Not so hard that it is impossible, given our limitations, and not so easy that it's guaranteed to be done. We often aren't taking either the easiest nor the hardest way up. And I guess my point is, who cares about it then? Sure, if we were trying to climb the first 515D, a lot of people would care about the style of the ascent. But the reality is that for most all of us, our climbing is just for us. So as we make route selections and style choices, we should be truthful when telling others, but it's really only the mirror that we should let judge us. So that becomes one very, very important reminder for myself. I value balance, and so I select routes and styles that reflect that I am not living for that climb. I can still have audacious goals, and we did a video on audacity and the importance of it in climbing. But it's audacious for me, just me, and that's enough. Balance, single-mindedness, or different approaches for different seasons of your life. Tell us what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can check out that video I mentioned about the importance of audacity, or maybe take a look at our entire Mental Health Awareness Month series. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.